you were there, posted in Pakistan.
Ji.
Vajpayee ji went to Minar-e-Pakistan in Lahore, and Jamaat-e-Islami threw a fit. And you've been through a very important part of Pakistan's history. And then Kargil happened.
Yes.
But after that, Nawaz Sharif tried to oust General Pervez Musharraf, and he took that fateful flight from Sri Lanka, landed in Karachi, and there was some sort of a guard of honor, and then they said, "Welcome, Mr. President," or whatever happened. How did you come to know? Was it all on television at that point in time? आपको कैसे पता लगा?
It was, this shadow boxing had been going on for ever since Kargil.
And you would report that back to Delhi?
Yes. I'm sure that the media people were also filing stories, and I'm sure all other diplomats would have been also, because it was very, very obvious. This was also the talk of amongst the diplomats. In fact, I have written about one of the exchanges that I had with the British diplomat, and his explanation was that Kargil was such a big setback for Pakistan, so somebody will have to take the rap. So that's why I have called the coup, the chapter on the coup, as someone will have to take the rap, or something to that effect. So this was going on for a very long time. Then Shahbaz Sharif had gone to Washington because it was increasingly obvious. It was more a question of when and not if. The coup would happen, that was quite obvious, but when it would happen was the question that nobody would have an answer to. So of course, the day this happened, I remember we sat in the High Commissioner's office when suddenly Nawaz Sharif said Pervez Musharraf has been retired, and General Ziauddin is
to be the new army chief.
To be the new army chief. And it was that time Pervez Musharraf was on a flight from Colombo, and his flight was not allowed to land first. They said go to some other place, and then Nawab Shah, and then there are different versions available of what was happening, because in Pakistan you can never be sure of exactly which version of the story, perhaps somewhere in between.
Which version of the truth is the truth?
Is the truth. Perhaps neither is the truth, and the truth lies somewhere in between. But in any case, in this, the story that came out later, that Pervez Musharraf went to the cockpit, and with the pilot's help, he rang the corps commander of Karachi via Dubai. And that's how he landed up with soldiers at the airport, at Karachi airport, and the flight was allowed to land. And then, of course, he went in a military jeep, and within few hours, Pakistan's ruler had changed.
आप लोग उस समय हाई कमीशन बिल्डिंग में थे मैम जब ये हो रहा था?
To start with, of course, we were in the High Commission building, but then it was the Spanish National Day on reception. And Ghanashyam and I were deputed to attend that. So we went home, we got dressed, and as we were going to the reception, we passed the Pakistan television. It used to be on the way for us, and it was in complete darkness. And then we went to the reception. Everybody was talking, but nobody really knew exactly what the details were, because there were no details to be had at that time. And then after that, we went back to the High Commission again to call Delhi. And
the function was over, and after the function, or you had to leave in between?
After the function, when the reception happens, you can comfortably leave once the speeches and everything are over. So, we also left after staying there for the full decent amount of time that one is supposed to stay. And then we left and we came back to the High Commission, because, and I'm sure that many diplomats would have done the same, because everybody would have seen that something important is happening.
Nobody would have gone home that day, I assume.
Probably nobody would have gone home that night.
Everybody goes back to their embassy or High Commission, and then you start filing reports to New Delhi,
First,
saying that
figure
ho gaya.
out what is happening.
What is happening?
Yeah.